I was like, I'm not gonna come and disgrace my village people here. That thing I cannot climb. No me. I was like, hey, wonders. So you have a big car like this. I'm walking by myself. I have privilege over you. Ha! I was like, people are talking. I was like, hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, Dede, the mom, the boss. How are y'all doing? I hope you're doing amazing. So it's been 5 whole years since I moved from Cameroon in West Africa to the United States. Cameroon is a third world country, while the United States is a more I don't even want to talk about it, but the United States, it's a whole different world from Cameroon. So I'm here today to talk about my experiences. I got married in 2016. Immediately I moved here, or before I even moved here. So I have my experiences are kinda so just a disclaimer, these are just my experiences and everything I went through and my thoughts. Please let me know your own thoughts on your cultural shock if you've moved, or if you've made a very big move like this, because I left my family back home and I came here to another family. So I just want you guys to tell me your thoughts, but these are my thoughts. So let's get it going. I'm gonna start this like from the airport up to present. Like, I'm gonna make this video not very long, but I really want to express myself. Okay, now from Cameroon, if you've been to Cameroon, our airport is another type of airport. Let me just start from the airport for my trip. Just being in Cameroon, the airport and the airport in the United States is night and day. Like, in Cameroon, our airport is like, what's going on here? I mean, while I was in Cameroon, right, when I got to the airport, I knew that I was in heaven. Like, this is the most beautiful place that I have seen. Just being in Cameroon, guys, I was in Boya. I lived in Boya and like the north and those far places. I didn't live in big cities like Douala and Yaoundé. No, I lived in places like Boya. That was the biggest city I lived. I mean, I went to Yaoundé for a little bit and worked, but I didn't spend a very long time there. So I would say when I went to the airport, and I've been going to the airport to leave people, but I would probably not really get inside. So when I got to the airport, I was like, wow. But when I got to the airport here, in fact, from Belgium up to United States, oh God, I was like, is this real? Is this paradise? I felt like I was in paradise. I was like, wait, how beautiful is this? Wait, what? Like, it was so amazing that I was like, wow, this is really impressive. It was just night and day. Like, our airport in Cameroon, it's way smaller than the airport here, and some of the guys, don't laugh, but it was amazing. I was shocked. Okay, food, oh my God, from the airport, from Cameroon to Belgium, the food I ate. Belgium to America, they brought me food in the plane. I was like, thank you. I'm looking at the food like, I'm supposed to eat this. I'll taste it and I'm like, what's going on? I cannot eat this. I could not eat anything. I was like, we went to the restaurant. So when I came like early September, and my husband's birthday was mid-September. So he took me to a restaurant because he knew that I was already complaining about all the food that I've eaten apart from food in the house, because the food in the house will be Cameroon food. We're eating our Cameroon food in the house, but if you have to go out, they come and sit out, disgrace people. People will take me like this and go to a restaurant there. I'll taste it. The thing looks good though. People are eating it and enjoy. I'll taste it. It's as if I'll just throw up. I'm like, how are people eating this food? It could not go down my throat. Like, now habashi is my favorite thing. I remember going to, I'm like, this rice is not Cameroon. This is not the type of rice that we eat. I understand it's rice, but this is not our rice. This is not the, can they not just make something that makes sense? My husband was like, but this is the closest food that is like Cameroon. At least you know this one. I'm like, I understand you are trying, but I cannot eat. I understood he tried his best. Took me to any restaurant apart from African restaurant, because if you go to African restaurant, you're eating again African food, right? So we'll eat our African food in the house. But just because I needed to try different things, I'll go here, I'll taste the food. I'm like, it's okay. Me, I'm not one of those people that will just be like, no. I'll just tell my husband, no, you can eat it, or we'll pack it, because here in America we pack food. In Cameroon, when you go to a restaurant, I don't know if it's because I was young, or pack your food how? Let everybody be looking at you like that conto gay. Even you, as we are broke like that, we are not packing food. They here. I go to the restaurant, I cannot finish my food. Hey, bring me to go. I put it. I'm taking it home. I'm taking my food home. In Cameroon, as we are poor like that, though, as we are broke, for those of us that were broke, because there are people in Cameroon that are very wealthy, don't get me wrong. People in Cameroon are very wealthy. For those of us that were broke, we'll still go and eat. We are not packing our food. Ha! Disgrace. You want to disgrace who we are? Pack your food. No, I cannot pack my food now. If you don't finish, you just leave it there. Let them just come and pack it and take it and go. I learned that the hard way, because when I came, I wanted to make girls. My husband's like, no, they'll bring to go. We'll take it and go home. I'm like, eh? In America? Ha! I was like, yeah, this is good. From the airport, I was seeing all these auto walks, these auto walks. I'm going to put pictures on the screen so you guys can see. Some people call them auto walks, some people call them moving walkway. So when I saw them, I couldn't walk. God. I would not even know how to walk on them. I'll be afraid to walk on them. Talk less of the escalators. If you put me on these escalators, before I'll get on the escalator, I'll rather take the stairs, than for me to go through those escalators. I'll better take stairs and walk my way. I'll better walk until I'm tired than for me to take those stairs, to take those escalators. Like, I'm only afraid, like, how are people doing it? How do you walk on this kind of thing? I did not imagine that I was saying that I will never climb on this thing. Me, climb on this thing, I cannot. I said I cannot climb on it. See, I was like, I'm not going to come and disgrace my village people here. I will not disgrace my village people. That thing, I cannot climb. No, me. So that was it. So I was like, it was very beautiful, but I was so scared because I wouldn't be able. Some floors are slippery, and then like, you walk on the floor, if you're not very careful, you will fall. Jesus. So I was so scared. I was taking my time to do everything. So it was beautiful. Now I'll take it from the airport. From the airport, driving to the house. When I came, I landed in Maryland. So from the airport, my husband was driving. I was seeing a lot of trees. I asked my husband that, are we still going to go to the big city? Because I was thinking that in America there were no trees. Those were my thoughts. Like, when I used to just picture America. I picture America like this place where there are just some mansions, some big houses. There were no trees. I was seeing a lot of trees because in Maryland there are a lot of trees. So I was seeing trees. I was like, America, there's a lot of bush here more than Cameroon. It's just that the bush is more organized. It's like a more organized bush. You know what I mean? Like, the trees are well put, well organized by the roads. The roads were like, hey, I see how many lanes. Everything is organized. Jesus. I will see people following their red light, like very in Cameroon, red light, green light. Who is even following that thing? All those street lights. People are just like, some people will follow, but most often they don't. And sidewalks in Cameroon, who will be following sidewalks? Like the pedestrian walks in Boya. When they put that thing, it was just causing more accidents, because immediately the pedestrian is about to pass, say wait for who? They will just knock you off and continue going. Who is going to wait for you for a pedestrian to come and pass before the car starts driving? No, nobody's going to wait though. So those were the things I was like, hey, wonders. So you have a big car like this, I'm walking by myself, I have privilege over you. I was like, wow. I will stand there and wait for the car to come and pass. They'll be telling me that, no, go, you have the right of way, I was like, wow. So those things are like, interesting. The next thing was the accent. I would not be able to understand anybody. People are talking, I'm like, what are you saying? I have to be like, Because in Cameroon, I will not lie, I was not watching American movies a lot. I did, but not as much. I was watching my Niger film. You watch Nigerian movies. Wow, you can be watching. I'm gonna be watching those things that are talking with their nose. I don't understand. I was like, why are people talking like this? Because I don't even seem to understand what they are saying. I just want to understand you, but I don't understand you. Hey, wonders. People are talking. I was like, the first class I went was driving school. In driving class, I would not understand one thing. I was like, what are these people saying? And then I felt so dull because we are talking and talking, everybody's asking questions. I couldn't even ask questions because I've never even understood or heard what these people are saying. So I was like, what is going on here now? I used to see this thing in the movies. I thought I was like, other people have been coming and surviving, but I thought there was a way out. No, I was shook. The accent just took me unawares. So when I came here, every time I was going to say, this person is just 15 minutes away from us. I thought it's like a 15-minute walk. But here when they say 15 minutes, it's 15 minutes drive. Please take note. It's not 15-minute walk. It's 15 minutes drive. So when he will say somebody is just 15 minutes from us or it's just 30 minutes from us, I'm thinking we'll just walk for 30 minutes. Every time he'll tell me this person is 15, I'm like, 15 minutes? Wow. So we'll just walk and go there. He's like, no, we need to drive. I'm like, I thought you said 15. It's like 15 minutes drive. I'm like, oh shoot, I have to get used to this thing. So, and you cannot do things without a car. Like most often you would have to either use a bus, and even when people that use buses or Uber, like Uber, people are driving, people Jesus, you get into Uber, you can decide and be by yourself. In Cameroon, before you want to decide and be by yourself, you pay for the whole car, you pay for everybody inside. Toi alone in a car. You have monies for rich people. I'm telling you. The next thing I want us to talk about is my shopping experiences. I got there. I mean, a girl has to buy things, right? You have to go and buy your clothes. Everything just looks like you're in Santa. Is it Santa Lucia? Those big supermarkets in Yaoundé like that. I was like, wow. So I have to just enter here and then cart. My sister, my brother. I did not have cards in Cameroon. You have to go and chip in. I don't even know how to chip in. Sometimes they'll say swipe. I don't know which direction. What are you looking at? Look, those were little things that I did not have an idea. I will not lie. I had no idea. Like, you have to chip in. I was looking at the little machine. I'm like, where am I chipping in my card? What do you mean chipping? I'll look at the person like that. Sometimes when my husband is buying, like the first time I went with my husband, of course. So as he's shopping, I'm just looking. He has to chip in. Sometimes you chip in those things. Sometimes you don't even take note of the things, and then when you get there by yourself and you have to do it, you're like, what am I supposed to do again? See, I was primitive. Hey, Jesus, I was so bush and country. To buy food in Cameroon, you go to the market. When I'm talking about market, I mean market. I'm not talking about this market here, because when somebody saying that they're going to shop, I mean, here you're going grocery shopping. That's how we call it. In Cameroon, we're going to shop, so we're going to the market. We're going to the market to buy food. So when I go, I have to go and buy tomatoes. I came here. You are going to pick everything from a shelf. I was like, what kind of tomato? Is this tomato real tomato? Because, like, this is the type of food that we're in Cameroon when we see or people shopping. It's like, these people, do they even poop? Because how do your own tomato is on the shelf, while our own tomato, we're going to pick it in the market. 5 tomato for 200, 5 tomato for 200, 5 tomato for 200. Those are the kind of things. Like, we are rubbing bodies with people, to buy tomatoes, to buy pepper. But here, you just go to the mall. AC is slapping you. Places are cool. Your head is cool. Why will your head be aching? You go and shop. You just buy the thing, like, why, man? This is luxury. Then the cost of items. Don't mind, in Cameroon you're buying that tomato. You're buying that tomato, 5 tomato for 200. Yeah. That 5 tomato you're buying, that 200. 200 is so $1 is 500 francs. 500 of our money. That's 500 francs. It's just $1. So imagine us buying tomato for 200, means it's less than $1. But here sometimes you see one tomato like this, they say 75 cents or $1. One tomato for $1. So one tomato is probably like 500. Okay, I'm like, my money will finish. What kind of money am I going to work before I buy only tomato? Only tomato like this, I'm only buying for 500. Then I came to realize that you cannot just be converting things like that, because the money that you probably work here is way more than the money that you're working in Cameroon, and the standard of living here is higher. So I just you know what, I quickly stopped converting, because I will convert. You want to buy this small t-shirt, they will tell you only money. Small t-shirt like this will tell you that $20. I said 20 times 5, that is 20 times 500. One small t-shirt like this, that $20. That thing, I'll just gonna pick it in Okrika to 200. That is, I was like, wow, this place is expensive. And those are just the cheap things I'm calling. I've already talked about like the tomat, the shopping experiences and all that. The next thing I'll talk about is the rent. Renting in Cameroon is way cheaper than here. So if you come, if you're a student from Cameroon and you're coming here, be prepared. Prepare. Parents, don't send your children here as if you're sending them to a school or to Boya University or to Ngwaikele. Here, things are expensive. If they are coming here to go to school, they need money because it's not easy. Some of them will live in the school campus or whatever. Some people have to rent. If you're going to rent, it's not easy. Most people will need roommates. Even though in Cameroon we need roommates, so but the rooms here, they are way more expensive than in Cameroon, or the houses here way more expensive. So before you come here, arm your belt. You need to be hardworking, okay? And then when I came early in the morning like this, in the house with everybody, people get up and they go and they go and they go. After that, if you're not working, come and see loneliness to kill you. Loneliness will finish your life. You get up in the morning, everybody has gone. Everybody has gone. Here, nobody needs to tell you that they look for work. Not like in Cameroon, you can survive. You just walk, and go and see your friend. You walk, and see your friend, and you put talk, and you go and do some small job, and you have money to eat. Here, if you don't work, before you notice, you are working. You have to work. How would you not work? You have to work. Let me talk about using the microwave. In Cameroon, I never used the microwave. Unfortunately, this video, I'm just saying, I'm probably exposing my ignorance, but it's the truth. And so many people don't talk about these things. I'm here to just talk about it and create awareness. So, I didn't know how to use microwave. We did not have microwave in our household. We have fridge. We had oven. But we did not have microwave. You want to warm your food, turn on the fire and warm up your food. We had gas. At least we were civilized. We had gas. You turn on the gas, you warm your food. I came here, microwave. Let me tell you one story. When I came, say warm the food in the microwave. I've learned how to warm food now. I had my aunt-in-law that was living with us. She was teaching me things small because she came from Cameroon like 2 years ago, and she thought she was a flavor like me. So both of us were a flavor. So she could understand, she could relate. So she was teaching me something. She said, "This is how you do it. This is how you do it." I said, "Okay, ma. This is how you turn on the dishwasher." Dishwasher. Hey, laundry, microwave. Okay, microwave. I said, my husband comes back from work. I said, let me go and warm up his food. I go and layer the fufu and the soup. The fufu and the soup, I layer it on top of each other because I want it to be hot fast. My husband is like, "What's going on? Why are you layering it?" I was like, "Because I don't want to waste your time. No, I'm sure you're hungry." He's like, "No, just do one at a time." I'm like, "No, waste time." Country. I did not know that you just have to put one, warm it up until it's hot. You take it out and you put the other one. Nobody's in a hurry. Here, people are not that hungry. They're not dying. In Cameroon, husband man will have already chopped you raw for you to bring that food. You're warming it one at a time. So I didn't know how to first of all use the microwave. I didn't even know the microwave, the way the microwave works. If you even put it, you're just wasting your time. And when I carried two, mounted it, I cover it, put the other one, cover. That it should warm up. Hey! Country girl in America. Leave it, I've suffered. Leave it. And then, how did the white man convince us to call their handball that football? And they call our football that soccer. The white man is calling handball, that thing that they are playing and throwing up and down. They call it football. And then our own football that we're kicking, they call it handball. I could not understand. I came here, I'll be talking about football. Even till today, I want to talk about football. And people are talking about, when they talk about football, they're talking about what is the American football. And then I'm there talking about soccer. I'm like, what is this? It's called football. And they say, no, that is soccer. I said, so what is football? It's this one. I'm like, this thing that you're throwing with your hand, how did hand become foot? I don't understand. The next thing I'll talk about is the weather. You say winter do how? Jesus. In Cameroon, we have our dry and our rainy season. Dry season and rainy season. Here, they have 4. Spring, Abi is summer, Abi is autumn or fall. That's how they call it. Autumn/fall is the same thing. And Abi is winter. Winter. Let's talk about winter. Jesus wept and tore his garments. That thing is cool. You think that I like this Houston for what? I'm no more in Maryland life. Oh. In Houston, we don't experience all those 4 seasons like that. Here, we take it slow. Here, I can relate to my country. I can relate to Cameroon some more. It's winter. Cold will slap you like this. Cold will slap you here. Cold will slap you this way. And slap you like this. And then you'll be standing there saying, Jesus, what did I do? You have to wear gloves. Hands will freeze. Eyes will freeze. Ears will freeze. Hair will freeze. Everything will freeze. I was like, wow. I knew that winter is cold from movies. But I did not know that it was this cold. Winter, depending on the state that you are. Leave it. Places like Minnesota like that. Those type of places. Why am I even going there? What am I even going to look for there? That kind of cold can just remove these ears, small ears, and throw them away. So, those are some of my experiences. I'm hoping to make like a part 2. Let me not keep you guys here too long. But yeah, those were my experiences. And if you have similar experiences, please let me know. Drop them down in the comment section below. I would love to hear them. Okay, I would love to hear them. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in our next video. Bye.